Go ahead, clap it up.
So like wait 2 minutes. Send out the
Come.
what's called Sam.
Come.
Yes, sir.
It takes
All
2
right.
minutes for it to cycle through. It's about 2 minutes. And send that link to
Yes, sir.
to my email box. Or you send it to yourself, just
Bunky, I sent you that little thing.
some lights up. Which one minute is up?
The little story, Instagram joint.
Oh, okay, Most High Christ. I'll pull it up. I gotta log in under my other account.
Hey man, do what you do. We ready?
Yes, sir. I'm sending it right now.
Put it in the chat so everybody can get it. Said Shalom already got 3 likes. Most High Christ. So the link is where, brother? You sent it to my
It was that little story.
you sent it to my email?
It's the Instagram post.
Oh, okay, let me go check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, Most High Christ.
You want me to go drop it in the group chat, sir? Or send it to you?
Oh, so that first
The title.
okay. I can actually find an article if you want me to find it.
I looked for it, but it wasn't chopped up like this.
Okay.
So
okay, no sweat.
yeah. They didn't give you all them numbers.
Just let me know when.
All right.
Go ahead,
So-
Sean. I'm ready.
Yes, sir. We ready.
It's the Isupk biblical law class. So every Wednesday, around the world, you will see brothers and sisters tuned in to the law class, man. You know what I'm saying? So why would we need a biblical law class? What's the reason for a biblical law class? Go ahead.
To teach the children of Israel the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible and how we used to and should be conducting ourselves in today's world.
Most High in Christ.
That's right.
Come. Damn right. So all around the world, brothers and sisters are tuning in and they're being taught how to deal with one another. You know what I'm saying? How to deal with oppressors, all that, you know, because we need a law as a people, you know what I'm saying? Because if not, what we gonna be running all wild, right? Doing all manner of evil to one another, you know what I'm saying? So the laws of the Bible was given to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And by following these laws, it tells us how we're supposed to live, you know, how we're supposed to treat each other, how we're supposed to stay alive, essentially, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
How to not choose death, right? Versus the laws of America, right? America's laws tell you things like what? Go ahead, brother.
Slovakia, you can abort your baby.
Right. Good.
You can be a homosexual.
That's right.
They've decriminalized the use of marijuana recreationally.
That's right. Diato? Yeah, America's laws teach you to hate your brother, man. Teach you to abort your children. You know, teaches you that it's okay to be high, right? That's the way of America, right? But God's laws goes against the things that America teach us,
Right.
right? So we're gonna jump into a article, you know, real quick. Gonna jump into an article and run that down real.
Yeah.
real quick. Con.
On June 26th, Sebastian Francisco Perez died of heat stroke in the fields of Oregon, one day after his 38th birthday.
Right. So this right here, June 26th, right? It's his brother, Sebastian Francisco Perez, and this brother died, right? This brother died of a heat stroke, man. You understand? And this didn't make the news, right? This did not make the news. This right here is one of, I'm quite sure, many, you know what I'm saying, many brothers dying of heat stroke in fields, trying to find ways to provide for their family, right? So this brother, Sebastian Perez, after his 38th birthday, we don't give a damn about the birthday, but, you know, he died. This man's family seen him one day, the next day he was gone. You understand? Out trying to make a living for his family, right? Go ahead, brother.
Go to the next slide.
Come.
The entire working class is or will be affected by climate change. And it's farm workers and other outdoor workers who are unable to escape the heat and are severely impacted by the heat waves.
Right. So these people out here trying to gather this food and stuff, man, are very, like, they impact highly when it comes to this heat waves and when it comes to cold and stuff like that, trying to feed America, right? Trying to feed their families and make sure that families across the states can eat. They out there in all type of weather, man. You understand? And this ain't nothing new. It's nothing new with brothers out there dying from heat waves and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We just every so often you hear about it because it don't make news. Yeah, both of y'all have to move over to that side. Sisters on that side.
Sisters on that side.
Sisters on that side.
Slide the chair.
But yeah, so it's
It was right. Yeah, that's right.
oh, come, Salaki. I'm flipped. My bad, brother. But yeah, so America doesn't really put out those numbers of people dying in them fields trying to get food, man. You understand? Going on to the next slide. Now we really about to get in it.
On June 26th, a Guatemalan farm worker was Guatemalan farm worker was found unresponsive while working at a tree farm in St. Paul.
Right. So this right here is a brother, right? It's a brother doing what? The things that brothers do, right? He out working. It's the things that all our Hispanic brothers be doing. Right? He out here trying to work and make an honest living, man. You understand? Even though America like to say they are Hispanics are all rapists, robbers, and murderers, this brother out here trying to make an honest living, man. Go ahead.
St. Paul, Oregon, in 104-degree heat.
This brother was found unresponsive in 104-degree heat, man. 104-degree heat. He found out there unresponsive, man. I mean, this man brain melted. You know what I'm saying? He out there cooking in his heat, man. But that's something that America doesn't have a regard for, is the lives of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Anybody could have told you 104-degree weather, man, you should not be outside doing labor.
That's right.
You should not, man. You understand? Because if he out there in them fields, you know, trying to harvest food and stuff like that, you better believe he got on boots, jeans, probably a long sleeve shirt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A hat. These people got our brothers and sisters out there in 104-degree weather, man.
That's right.
Read on.
He was one of 174,000 migrant and seasonal farm workers in Oregon that have worked in excess heat.
Right. So he one of 174,000, man. One out of 174,000. And this brother right here, he moving around. He going where the work at. You know what I'm saying? All up and down through Oregon. He going where the work at. So this right here was normal for him, right? Trying to make his life, working in this extreme conditions, trying to make a living, man. Going, traveling back and forth all through Oregon, right? Go ahead.
Cold, wildfires, and the pandemic this past year to feed their families and the country.
Right. So see, this brother been working through them conditions all year. He done worked in the dead of winter, in the hottest days of summer, right? Go ahead, brother.
As Salakia, let Esau tell it, about essential workers. This brother is an essential worker.
Right.
So
Right.
making sure you got goddamn food on your table.
That's right.
That's right.
Understand what I'm saying? That's heavy.
That's right. This brother is working year round, man. Year round in the midst of a pandemic, man. Trying to make sure that brothers and sisters can eat. Right? Go ahead.
At least 63 people have died in Washington and Oregon since the heat wave began.
Right. It's at least 63 people, man, have died in Washington and in Oregon, man. And you don't see this on the news. You don't hear about this on the news, right? This right here should be something that's worldwide news. They should be trying to find a way to be able to harvest these vegetables and stuff like that, be able to harvest this stuff and not put our people in harm's way. That's what they should be trying to do, right? To protect the lives of our Hispanic brothers out there in that field, man. But this shows you right here, working in 104-degree weather, you know what I'm saying? Nearly 170,000 working in this weather like this. This shows you that they don't give a damn about us, man.
That's right.
I'm quite sure it's more ways that you can harvest the fruit of your labor without having somebody out there in 104-degree weather, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
The sister Dose said most farm workers didn't even receive a stimulus or any type of help because of their legal status. They work to death for the bare minimum.
You see that? That shows you they don't give a damn about our brothers and sisters out there in that field, man. And now go ahead, brother.
Oh, Salakia, what you're bringing out is so heavy, and it's so poetic because we are literally in hell.
That's right.
Our people are suffering and dying, and we have to deal with things like hyperthermia or heat exhaustion, which leads to heat stroke.
Right.
And I looked at what heat stroke meant according to the Mayo Clinic, and it says heat stroke is a condition caused by your body overheating, usually as a result of prolonged exposure to or physical exertion in high temperatures. The most serious form of heat injury, heat stroke, can occur if your body temperature rises to, as you said, 104 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius.
That's right.
Or higher. The condition is most common in the summer months. And it also says heat stroke requires emergency treatment.
That's right.
This is not something that you just, you can alleviate by going to sit in the air conditioning or having brothers put Gatorade,
right.
Just to try to cool you off. It says untreated heat stroke can quickly damage your brain, heart, kidneys, and muscles. The damage worsens the longer treatment is delayed, increasing your risk of serious complications, or in this brother's case, death.
Damn. This brother suffered out there, man. This man had organ failure, man. Organ failure. And even if they did get him somewhere where they could treat him, he would have been he would have been he would have been heat risk for the rest of his life, man. He would have been at risk of catching, of having a stroke again. Go ahead.
Shalaka, if I may, I got a precept on Psalms 83, 3-5. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they have confederated against thee. You know what I mean? Like, that's some crafty counsel, man. You know what I mean? So like he said, like they got them in these camps, they got them on these fields working for them without no paperwork, knowing that they not gonna get no help from the government.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean, this crafty counsel, man, they know this.
And then not even paying them right, man.
Right.
Not even paying them right. They out there in 104-degree weather, feeding your stinking country, and you don't even pay them right. You take their kids and put them in cages. That's the repayment they get for feeding this stinking country, man. That's what they get. This brother died out there, man. And the heat like that, I had the opportunity a while back working with some of them brothers out in fields when I was growing up. And when it was hot like that, man, we never went anywhere by ourselves, man. You never went anywhere by yourself because of this. So that means that tells you that they left this brother out there, man. To find him unresponsive, they had to leave him out there. And they didn't even have no medical staff or nothing around just in case this happened. But this is supposed to be some big time company. They didn't have nobody out there to make sure that brothers and sisters was taken care of in case of heat stroke. You understand? They probably wasn't even giving them breaks. Read on, brother.
Brother farm labor contractor and Ernest Nursery and Farms are under investigation for the death.
Right. They under investigation for this death, but guess what's gonna happen, man? They just gonna pay a little fine and going on about their business. That's what they gonna do. You understand? We just read at least 63 people have done died from this. They just gonna give them a little fine and let them go on and do what they do, because they don't care about our people, man. And that, go ahead.
Salaki, sir, we got I'm assuming this is a fake Jew. His name is My Dolphin. And he's saying y'all ain't Jewish, and he's saying y'all don't read from the Torah.
Salaki, leave that one alone.
Yeah,
leave that one alone. But yeah, so that's what happens, man. And the only reason something like this happened is because we don't come together. We don't come together as a nation of people, right? The scripture told us to gather ourselves together. That's Zephaniah 2:1, man. We supposed to gather ourselves together. If we gather ourselves together, this would never happen, right? Because America could starve for all we cared. We'll come together, get our own land, have our own food to feed our own people. This is what happens to us when we try to join this place, man. We die, and don't nobody care. They get put under investigation and get let off scot-free. Read on. Oh, you had something, bro?
Oh, Salakia, if I may, sir. You know, what's so heavy about what you're bringing out is the fact that I remember reading an article about Donald Trump wanting to even further lower the wages of these migrant farm workers.
Damn.
You know, from whatever it was, I think it was like $13, and that's on the high end. You know, they're getting paid probably half that.
Right.
You know, if minimum wage is what, $7.25? What is it?
$7.25.
They probably make half of that. So you're talking about true bondage during contemporary times. That's real slavery. You know, and so they're undocumented.
Right.
To stand up to advocate for them outside of the ISUPK.
That's right. Damn. Trying to give them less than minimum wage.
Right.
Man, this is the people that America choose to lead them, man. The people that don't give a damn about Hispanics.
That's right.
Donald Trump didn't care about Hispanics. Read on, brother.
Between 1992 and 2017, at least 815 workers, U.S. in the U.S. died.
815, man. And this from 92 to 2017. This is what, 4 years short? 4 years short. And these the one that we know about. These just the ones that they done said something about. This ain't nothing new, man. This didn't just start in 1992. This been going on. You ever if you ever been to one of them little small towns, I know where I'm from, we brothers and sisters like this, them seasonal workers, they always come. You have our Levite brothers and sisters, they come at a time when it's like corn season and stuff like that. They move, you know what I'm saying? They moving with the crop. So they traveling to work. So this ain't nothing new. These 815 workers that done died doing this, man, it ain't nothing new. I'm quite sure they hear about the horror stories that America does to them, man. They hear about the dangers of being out there in that heat. But they have to provide. Why? Because we busy trying to pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps.
Right.
Instead of coming together like the Most High told us to.
Right.
Go ahead.
So, Lucky, you said it was how many that perished?
It said 815.
Now, just imagine if it was 815 devils that perished. It would be
right.
An immediate moratorium on the laws.
That's right.
You know, the labor for farm workers.
That's right.
You know,
if it was two,
right,
two, one. Don't let it be a blue-eyed
just complain.
Woman.
Right.
That's
Don't
right.
let it be a woman. Good God.
Good night.
America
Absolutely
got to
right, man.
stop. You know what I mean?
Absolutely right, man.
Right.
That's absolutely right. You see how they go ahead, brother.
So, like, and what's heavy about what y'all brothers bringing out is this can be found in history.
Mm-hmm.
The whole labor OSHA that
right.
governs over any workplace.
Right.
It was started because some white women was dealing with some equipment, and it was with uranium, and they started dying from it. It was only because it was white women.
That's right.
That the government decided to erect the OSHA, and that's what everything is regulated with. So that's heavy what y'all saying.
That's right. Go ahead.
I got another precept, man. Ezekiel 35:5.
Thank
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred,
mm-hmm.
and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. In that time, their iniquity had an end. You know what I mean? Like they got a perpetual hatred for us. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's been going on before the 94.
It has.
So,
and let me get Isaiah 3:12. It has been going on before 1992, man. This 815, that was just in the span of 92 and 2017. That's all that was. And they probably didn't even tell you everybody then. They probably this number probably not even accurate. It's probably not even accurate. I wonder how many brothers and sisters we lose every year out here doing this labor. But see, this is just talking about heat.
right.
This place is hell for blacks and Hispanics, man. This place is hell on us, man. 815. That means you need to rethink the things that you're doing, man. Read on with that article, brother. You got it. Who got you got it? You got the scripture? Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Children are oppressing blacks and Hispanics, man. Our oppressors are children, man. That's why you send your workers out in 104-degree weather, man. Because you don't give a damn about them, man. That's why they out there. How it go? God night. How it go? So like I gotta paraphrase. Was it a wise man regarded the life of his beast or something like that? Salakia. You know what I'm talking about? Regarded the life of his beast. Let me get that. They don't give a damn about us, man. They don't regard the lives of blacks and Hispanics. Our oppressors are children, man. Go ahead.
Salakia, the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 10.
Yeah, read that.
Salakia. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast.
A righteous man regarded the life of his beast, man. Go ahead.
But the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
You see that? That right there tells you our oppressor is not righteous, man. They regard the life of a dog over a human being, man.
Right.
We regard the life of our beasts and of our brothers.
That's right.
Even more so that we are such a very compassionate people. Even though like stuff like this happen, what we do, we still try to join ourselves to them.
That's right.
We still don't pick up arms and go and arm ourselves and go and harm them, man. They have no regard for our lives. You got more on that, brother? Read on.
And Salakia, and women rule over them.
How do women rule over us?
Salakia, if I may, sir. I mean, everything in the world, everything that we do is predicated upon what women want.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that you dress, you know, the reason why you buy expensive clothing and cars, and the reason why they even celebrate holidays is because of the influence of women.
Right. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, how I see it is how like a white woman's tears can get a black man killed. They get his power over us.
Right. They rule over us, man. Our oppressors are children and women rule over us. They put our women over us.
Right.
Because they put our women in charge of the household. What happens? The household falls. Go ahead.
And Salakia, every brother that was in the world, you familiar with this statement? Oh, we you know, I know Christmas is wrong, but we're gonna do it for the kids.
Right.
That's right.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? That type of right.
I gotta ask the wife.
That's right.
Right.
You understand? That stuff is destructive, man.
Right.
Right.
But that's something that a child would want in place. That's something that a child would want.
Right.
That's why our oppressors want it. Why? Because they know they can get any and everything that they want if mama in charge. Daddy'll tell you no, go sit down. Go ahead.
Oh, my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths.
We destroyed in this place, man.
That's right.
We are led by a people who don't understand how to be leaders. Our leaders lead us straight to the grave, man. You understand? If LeBron James then was real leaders, this would have never happened to this brother, man.
Right.
Never happened. Michael Jordan, these brothers got billions of dollars, man. Billions. It'll be easy for them to come up with some system where brothers can work and not have to do this, man. Easy. But our leaders don't love blacks and Hispanics, man.
That's right.
Our leaders don't know what it means to be a brother, to have brotherhood. Because America teaches us to not love our brother. We have a law class so that stuff like this doesn't happen, man. Our oppressor doesn't have laws. Commanding YAHANNA, if it's over a certain degree, he don't even send us out to camp.
That's right.
That's a righteous man that regarded the life of his brothers, man.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
You got more on that article, brother? Read on.
And more than 70,000 were injured from heat stress injuries.
More than 70,000 injured from heat stress injuries, man. 815 died. More than 70,000 injured, man. That's 70,000 people that are at risk of being heat casualties, man, for the rest of their lives. Our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Think about what this means for these people, man. They may never be able to go out there and do work like that again. And not only in fields, that means like yard work. That means running, playing with your kids outside. You get too hot, you've been passed out. You suffer brain damage from stuff like this, man. Your brain don't heal itself. These are the type of people that we try to join ourselves to. Read on, brother.
According to CDC data from 2008, farm workers already were perishing from heat at a rate of 20 times other civilian workers.
Right. So not only were farm workers, diminishing in numbers, right? Not only were they perishing from the heat at 20 times more than other civilian workers, but on top of that, they overworking these brothers, man. So not only is brothers out here like, I know if Judah quit a job as soon as he get hot.
Right.
Judah get too hot outside, he quit. He ain't going back. The first day was the last day for Judah. But go ahead.
I remember when I was out there with Officer Lahab, man. It was nothing but the Lord keep me out there. I'm trying to tell you, boy.
See what I'm saying?
I'm out there dying on the roof, and he like, you tired, brothers? Yeah,
Judah will leave. As soon as it get hot, Judah out of there. Judah will get somewhere, man. On the spot, Judah will leave. But our brothers and sisters, our Hispanic brothers and sisters, they known for the hard work that they do, the strenuous work that they do, man. They known for that, man. They described in the Bible as hard workers, man. And these devils take advantage of our brothers and sisters needing, a dollar, needing a dollar. They take advantage of that and send our brothers and sisters out there in 104-degree weather, man, to work all day for pennies, man, while they get rich.
Salaki, if I may, you also want to think about this. What is our mindset to want to put ourselves in that type of harm's way in the first place? You understand?
Right.
Well, what is it about our lives that's saying, hey, look, I'm going to go into this 130-degree weather and pull these oranges and all that. Right. It's the oppression that allows us to go into that in the first goddamn place.
That's right.
And it's because of the oppression we can't even fathom. We just think it's like normal. I'm just getting up and going to work. Just like Sherman said, they got to come up with all kind of OSHA regulations and all this in the workplace. But damn, these hazardous conditions are around us every goddamn day,
right?
All the goddamn time. Right. And then until you realize, like, damn, that's why all these emphysemas and all these, coal workers and people working with what you call that stuff, asbestos and all this,
right?
Train brake pads and all this stuff. You don't realize, man, you 60 years old and you can't breathe because your lungs jacked up. You understand?
That's right. What's sign Christ, man? Get that brother a hand, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
So, Lucky, to add to what the other one was saying, he said, what would make us do that? For one of all things, according to Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
Yeah, read that. I was going to get there.
Right. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Who?
Thine enemies.
Who?
Enemies.
You see that right there? That tells you that our oppressor is not our friend, man.
That's right.
The scriptures say we're going to serve our enemies. Go ahead.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
And the Most High sent them, man.
Right.
We didn't just fall in the lap of these people, man. We disobeyed the Most High, and we being punished by our enemies, man. Well, by the Most High, but we got enemies, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
In hunger.
In hunger.
And in thirst.
And in thirst, man. This brother out here trying to feed his family, man.
That's right.
He trying to get him clean drinking water, man. Go ahead.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, go ahead.
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things, man. This man wanted to live like a normal citizen, man. He wanted a better life, man. A life that he deserves after being raped and robbed and murdered by our oppressor, man. He wanted a better life. So he out here in 104-degree weather trying to work and put food on his table. Only to never see his family again. You got more on that, brother? Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
They worked this man to death, man. Like they do all our people, man. They worked him to death, man. This brother died out there in want of an American dream, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh, I was gonna bring out a precept, man. Shalakia, Isaiah 5 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's us falling into their hands, man, because we fell from the knowledge of the Lord, man. You know what I mean?
So, like,
that's
not
right.
only that, read that again for me, Bobby Show.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Therefore, my people are gone into captivity.
The whole world.
My people.
I mean, that's what they say. We all one nation under God, indivisible, right?
Right.
I mean, this is saying my people, right?
That's right.
This showing possessive. That is a possessive pronoun.
That's right.
That's right.
Meaning ownership, correct?
That's
My
right.
people, read on.
Are gone into captivity.
They're going where?
Captivity.
We're in captivity right now.
That's right.
If you ever understood the scripture, there are 18 different civilizations that we've been in captivity under, according to the scripture.
That's right.
From the Assyrians, the Babylonians, pick one. All the nations on the earth we've been in captivity under. Read on.
That's right.
Because they have no knowledge.
We'll have no knowledge of what? How we're supposed to be living.
That's
how
right.
we're supposed to be treating each other.
Mhm.
Keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. Read on.
And their honorable men.
And they're who?
Honorable men.
Now, who would be the honorable men amongst us? Are we supposed to be the honorable men amongst us?
Mhm.
The people that are in charge of the decision making.
That's right. That's right.
The Christian pastor, the
That's
so-called. If you're in a position of authority to make decisions for black people, you are considered to be an honorable person.
Right.
Unfortunately, our honorable people and our honorable leaders have done what? Read on.
Are famine.
They what?
Are famine.
Man, they are the ones that are causing our people to be famished.
Right.
They are the ones that are doing it because of the decision makers. You talk about civil rights. What did civil rights do for like the scriptures say, my people? Not a goddamn thing.
Mm.
Think about all the things that they told us that we should be fighting for inside of America. What have we accomplished here? What, some nice cars and a couple nice buildings and restaurants, soul food restaurants and goddamn houses.
Right.
All those things are minuscule to the entire goddamn globe, man.
That's right.
Because we lack the knowledge of the Most High in Christ, man.
Right.
We lack it, and now guess what? The leaders do too.
Mhm.
The ones who are supposed to be leading us, they don't know a goddamn thing about how to live in this earth, man.
That's right.
They all filled with what? Filthy lucre. They
Right.
are for themselves, man.
That's
And
right.
the scriptures say, my people do this. This is us. Because all the other nations seem to be prospering every goddamn time you turn on the news.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the other nation. You like, damn, man. China, man, coming up in the hood.
Right.
Pick one nation that's not slowly excelling in the earth. It's us.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, if you read that 14, that 14 right after is real heavy.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead, brother.
God. Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and their glory and their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
Is that not us?
That's right.
You win the championship in the NBA. You guaranteed if you have a party, somebody dying.
That's right.
You understand? They're going, you think you brought a child into the earth and everybody all happy? Wait till you turn 13. Wait till you turn 15. Now you're trying to keep him out of games.
Right.
Now you're trying to protect him from the police.
Right.
Wait till you get a daughter that you know what I'm saying, that goes into the prom night. You don't even sleep good as a father.
That's right.
Because you know what's out there in the earth.
That's right.
Why? Because we live through it.
That's right.
We live through what the hell that we've been swallowed up in, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth about our lives in the earth. God's people. We don't have the shepherds and the honorable men outside of the Isupk to lead the Lord's chosen people, man.
Right.
That's why that scripture's in there, man.
That's right.
Bring it out, brother. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
right.
You get a strong piece of pop. Absolutely correct, man. Absolutely correct. Read on that article, brother. Mm-hmm.
California's heat standards, which mandate clean drinking water
Right.
for workers.
So California heat standards, man. California heat standards. Like the state of California fails to understand that you can put all the heat standards in place that you want, man. All of them. You put all of them in place that you want. It's the Lord, man.
Right.
This is the Lord. The Most High is visiting America, man. We're going to get that in Isaiah 29:6, man. For that knowledge that we choose to reject, for us trying to follow these Christian pastors, for us trying to join America, while the Most High visiting America, we end up dying, man.
Right.
We end up dying because we choose not to turn away from this hell, man. We want to join ourselves to this hellhole. We choose not to turn away from it. You got that, brother? Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt be visited of the Most High of hosts
Uh-huh.
with thunder
With thunder,
and with earthquake
with earthquakes.
and with the slacken and great noise,
Uh-huh.
with storm and tempest
Uh-huh.
and the flame of devouring fire.
What that sound like, man? That's what goes on in California. That's what's happening, man. And it's the Lord that's doing it. It's the Lord that's doing it, man. If this brother would have known that the Most High was the reason for it being 104 degrees out there, he wouldn't have been out there. The Most High is visiting this place, man. The Most High is punishing them for the things that they have done.
That's right.
It ain't nobody that can deliver you out of the Most High's hand, man. Nobody. Read on, brother.
Verse
The article, Salaki.
Salakia. Water for workers.
Uh-huh.
Breaks and access to shade.
Breaks and access to shade, man. What is that gonna do? What is that gonna do, man? You ever been out in the heat so long and you just go sit, you get you a break, you get you some water, you know what I'm saying? Get you a little break, and then you right back out there in the sun. It feel like it started beating down on you even hotter. Access to shade, what? It's 104 degrees out there. You stand in shade, what, that take off like 10? 5 degrees? So you still out there, it's 94 degrees? At that point, it ain't gonna do, shade ain't doing nothing for you, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
And Salakia, the oppressor, he's such a devil. He will say what? He under the shade the whole time. He picking these fruits, right?
Right.
So I ain't got to do nothing else because he under the damn shade.
Right.
Read that again, brother, from the top.
California's heat standards, which mandate clean drinking water for workers, breaks and access to shade.
Breaks and access to shade, brother. Like Shamir said, oh, he picking apples and oranges from a tree, so he under shade. I just gotta give him some water. This place is hell, man.
Right.
This place is hell. Access to shade. Man, you will die in the shade the same way. If you already, oh my goodness. If you already about to pass out from and have a heat stroke, putting you in the shade ain't gonna do nothing for you, man.
Right.
These brothers and sisters need more than just access to shade. Go ahead.
That's like burning coals and telling them don't touch the fire, but when the fire go out, then you can touch the coals. You know what I mean? Like it's in these different.
Make it make sense.
Come on, man. Let's talk about it.
It don't make sense, man. And guess who they get to do the job? Blacks and Hispanics. Mainly our Hispanic brothers and sisters. Guess why? Because our oppressor ain't gonna do it.
That's right.
He not gonna get out there and do that. They know that the Hispanic brothers are in want of all things because they know who our Hispanic brothers are.
That's right.
They know what they do to them. They know why they leave their country and try to come over here. Why? Because they being oppressed by the same people that's oppressing us here over there.
Right.
It ain't no coincidence. Everywhere we go in the earth, we oppressed by these people, man. So we try to run and we get promised a better life here in America only to get over here and not even have access to a real break room, not to have access to real shade and real water. Working to death in 104-degree weather, man. That's insane.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
And like what y'all saying so heavy, especially the fact that why are we in this condition? You know what I mean? Because we stopped following the law, statutes, and commandments, because we left the knowledge that the Lord gave us. You know what I mean? I just want to bring out a precept real quick. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children." You know what I mean? We Israel, we Judah. You know what I mean? We the real Jews who come to the Bible. We always been rebellious. You know what I mean? Like you said, 18 captivities. You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't never listen. We don't never learn. You know what I mean? It says, "Woe to the rebellious children," or destruction to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. You feel me? We out here following these other gods, following these women, like you said earlier. You know what I mean? Doing everything but following the Lord, man. Covering ourselves with every covering, but of the covering of the Lord, man. I just want to bring that out, man.
That's right, Christ, man. Brother Hand, man. Absolutely right. We out here doing all manner of things. We smoking weed.
Right.
You know, we eating the pork, right? Popping whores, all of it.
Right.
When those are the reasons that we dying, man.
Right.
Those are the reasons that we get shot. You understand? This is what's happening to us, man. And we choose to reject the knowledge of the Most High. We try to put on the covering of America. We want to put on the covering of America because we want to be American so bad. Everybody gets a chance to be free in America. Why? Because America lies.
That's right.
America lies. America teaches you to be a criminal.
Right.
So if you come over here and try to make an honest living in America, you're going to be put to death.
Right.
You can't speak on anything righteous in America, man.
Right.
You see what happened to the baby when he said, when basically telling people not to be homosexuals?
Right.
You see what they did to him?
Right.
You can't speak on anything.
Right.
And
They-
so lucky if I may.
Go ahead.
Not only did they try to, what they call it, the council culture, right? Not only did they do that to him, it ain't like he said something they did not know.
Right.
You know, a homosexual life can contribute to you to having AIDS and HIV.
Right.
That's right.
You can't even give blood if you live a homosexual life, man.
Right.
You understand? If you engage in homosexual activity, docking, if I may, or any, that what they call it? You know what they call it? Docking. That's one of them terms that they use in the world. You know, you have like two swords, like yeah. Was it too explicit?
No.
That's what they call it, docking. You can't even give blood if you engage in that type of activity, man.
Right.
The world don't give a damn about the truth, man. You got to remember, the people in the world, they want what the hell they want.
That's
You
right.
understand? They like a dog humping humping the ground on your leg.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
They want whatever the hell they want, regardless of the consequences.
That's right.
And the truth, we know the consequences,
Right.
and we have to deny the things that we do want.
That's right.
You understand? We got to be strong enough for each other to deny the things that we would do. You understand? For
Right.
the things that I would do, I do not do. And
That's right.
Right.
And that's what we have to be.
That's right.
You understand? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay, man.
Bye.
Side Christ.
Most side
Go ahead, brother.
And to piggyback off of that, like Ayathan said before you brought that out, he was saying that we taught to do this. You know what I mean? Like for our pastors, man, our base as language, and they're teaching us to act this way. You know what I mean? And I got a scripture, Jeremiah 23:1. It says, "Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord." You know what I mean? Destruction be unto them, man, for this, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we in hell because of them. You know what
That's
I mean?
right. We in this position because of TD Jakes, man.
Right.
Steph your dollar.
That's right, man.
Listen to a devil that Joel Osteen,
Right.
right? We in this position because of that, man. You understand? If the baby would have listened to Commander YAHANNA, he would have known how to move.
That's
Right.
He would have known how to say that
Yeah.
and not get charged for it. Because Commander YAHANNA would have told him not to join yourself to America,
Right.
not to join yourself to your oppressor,
Right.
so that you can speak freely.
Right.
He chose to join himself to the oppressor, and now look, they dragging him through the mud, man,
Right.
and making him go and go in front of millions and millions of people apologizing,
Right.
making it seem like he accepted, saying he should educate himself more. No, homosexuality leads you to AIDS, man.
Right.
Leads you to death. That's just what it is. It ain't no I should educate myself on it. You are already educated on it. You know the outcome of it. So you don't do it. America teaches this. What Commander YAHANNA said, they always teaching this alternative lifestyle, but they don't never tell you about the other side of that. They teach you this alternative lifestyle, but what about for the people that don't want this alternative lifestyle?
Right.
Y'all put this in the school teaching the kids this, but what about the kids that don't want to be homosexuals? What about the kids that actually want to live?
Right.
They can't even watch cartoons, man.
Right. Damn.
That homosexual lifestyle remind me of that vegan lifestyle. They got that same spirit. You ever try to have a conversation with a vegan? You see what I'm saying though? Like, see, y'all brothers laughing, but y'all know it's true. Man, a vegan will try to cut your head off if you tell them that you can eat beef. It's no other. That's what America teaches us, man. It teaches you how to be selfish. You don't think about nobody outside of yourself, man. Even when you join yourself with people who you think are like you or think the same way you think, it's still a lie. Because one of y'all trying to get over on the other one. That's America, man. So like it for that sidebar. Go ahead, brother. You got more on that article?
Kind.
Go ahead.
Access to shade were put into place after the death of a 17-year-old migrant worker from Oaxaca and Stockton, California in 2008.
This brother was 17, man. 17. Had a lot more living to do, man. 17 out here trying to survive and dying from a heat stroke, man. And they only put these standards in place because he died and he was a minor. That's the only reason. This shows you what our people go through, man. This is what we go through. At 17 years old, this brother out here trying to make a living for himself and he dies. He should have been in school somewhere, man.
Right.
He shouldn't have been out there. Go ahead.
Unaware that she was pregnant.
She was pregnant, man. 17 and pregnant, man. That means she lost a child too. This is the hell that we go through, believing that that little thing that's written on the Statue of Liberty, man. What they say, all the ones, send me your poor, you're hungry.
Right.
That's what America says, man. So our brothers and sisters trying to get over here, that's what they hearing. That's what they see when they see that Statue of Liberty. They thinking they got a fair chance over here, only to get over here at 17 and die. Not even knowing you pregnant. If she would have known she was pregnant, she probably would have never been out there. If America didn't tell you that you can't have a baby because you can't support it, she probably wouldn't have been out there trying to work, knowing that she could support that baby. Or trying to find a way to support that baby, man. Go ahead.
Salaki, so what's so heavy about what you're bringing out is just knowing the mindset of some of our brothers and sisters and how we just feel obligated to work hard. And
right.
That American dream that's pushed out, like the harder you work, the more success you'll get in America, knowing it's not built for you.
Right.
It's not
That's
built
right.
for you to work hard. And we working harder than goddamn Isupk, our oppressor, and we get less. And we get less on the totem pole.
Mm-hmm.
And we
That's
killing
right.
ourselves for it. We losing our children for it. And we losing our babies and ourselves, our
That's
minds,
right.
our lives, and it's for nothing. And our brothers from across the border, just knowing them and the brothers I met and their mindsets and their fathers told them to work hard and that American dream.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying, like my father worked hard. He used his hands and just seeing how this sister, I can see it. I can see how what was probably taught to her. I can really see like her father being like, I worked hard with my hands and you can do it too. So I can really see her being like, I'm pregnant. I can really make something for my child.
But you know why you see it? Because we are those people, man.
Right.
We see it day in and day out, man. We go through it. Our oppressor will put out. Go ahead, brother.
And Salaki, it was one thing he said that was real heavy. He said our minds.
Right.
And so the brothers and sisters that do gain favor in this place, they do gain riches in this place.
Right.
Their mind is totally gone.
That's right.
They far from being Israel.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
You have to sell out, man.
Right.
Completely sell out. Go ahead.
It's like a mess. So what you bringing out is heavy because it's like with that American dream, you know, it's a dream. In order to dream, you gotta lose consciousness. So you
That's right.
Israel are losing the consciousness trying to follow this American dream, and the only way you can get it is if you sleep.
Right.
Right.
So like or if you compromise, you know what I mean? You begin to compromise when you chasing like,
Right.
you know what I mean? This comes from personal stuff too, but when you fighting demons, man, trying to like you said, chase that American dream, trying to get this money, you tend to find yourself at odds with like you gotta figure out like, look, either I'm gonna go this way, I'm gonna do this. If I do this, how I'm gonna look, you're gonna find yourself almost compromising your morals.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean? And if you're not a strong enough man, you won't catch it. If you're not in school, if you ain't got righteous brothers around you, you won't catch it.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? And compromising is a no-go in the ISU case.
That's
And
right.
That's
I love
right.
y'all brothers, man.
That's
Most
right.
high,
Damn right.
brother.
Damn right.
We like trying to join America, man, is a death sentence, man.
Right.
Trying to join this place is a death sentence, man. This sister was trying to make a better life for her and her child. So like she didn't even know she was pregnant. She was trying to make a better life for herself, man, and died. Baby died. Trying to join America, man. Because
So like if I may.
go ahead, Audible.
I just want to draw this analogy. If I may. You know how I like to do it.
Go ahead.
And we think about America, man. Anybody, we ever been to the dentist before?
Come.
They have a tooth pulled, anything like that? Had to get a filling or something?
Come.
What do they normally give you to do that?
No.
like lidocaine, right?
Right.
And take away the actual feeling of what's going on.
Right.
And guess what? They in there prying on your tooth and they yank, you know what I'm saying? And you like, man, I don't feel nothing until when? Maybe like later on that night.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe a couple of days, you like, oh, then it hit you. And then you looking for meds to try to fix yourself, right?
That's right.
That's what America has done to us, man. America has made us numb to the pain with the dreams and all these things in our mind. You know what I'm saying? We dream these cars and the clothes and the hoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't feel it.
Right.
But then once it begin to wear off, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That pain kick in, and guess you start looking for medicine. You understand?
Right.
That's right.
If you ain't got nothing, guess what? You gonna run into that street medicine.
Mhm.
Or you can learn this truth and get the real medicine. You
Right.
understand?
Right.
And that pain, it'll still be there,
Right.
but you'll know where it come from.
Right.
You'll know somebody tried to inject something to my body and my spirit that wasn't supposed to be there.
Right.
Just like the goddamn dentist.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? America got all kind of medicine that they just throw in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when that pain begin to kick in, you like, oh hell, what the hell I done got myself into?
Mm.
And that's called life. And the only medicine that we gonna get is the truth.
That's right.
And that's how you fix it. You gotta, I got something going on in there, but I'm all right.
Right.
It didn't kill me. I'm
Right.
still here.
Right.
Most high in Christ,
Right.
man. But that's that dream, man. You understand?
Whole time you saying that, the only thing I could think of when you said that medicine, that numbing medicine, only thing I was thinking of was Christianity.
Right. That's so
Yeah,
good.
right.
That's the only thing I was thinking of.
Right.
Because Christianity has so many of our people lost, man.
That's right.
And America goes far away to push Christianity, man. They destroy entire countries, man, pushing Christianity.
Right.
Because they want the entire world to feel that numb feeling. I don't want to use the dentist for an example, right? What the dentist tell you after you leave, after they done did all that work? What they tell you? Oh, you don't try to eat nothing for X amount of time.
Right.
Why? Because you're gonna hurt yourself.
That's right.
You're gonna end up biting your tongue. Next thing you know, you in there again.
Right.
Go ahead.
Salakia. That's a real heavy point that you brought out. The fact about Christianity and drawing parallels between Christianity and America or the American dream. You know, we know that in America, how was America founded? Upon rape, robbery, and murder.
That's right.
What has the church done? That's a lawless nation.
Right.
Okay, the church has done away with the laws, so they go hand in hand.
That's right.
In order for this to work, you got to be a Christian.
That's right.
You know, to believe in that whole American dream facade.
Right.
You know, Salaki.
You too wild, brother. Go ahead.
It's like a mess, which is so heavy is I don't think a lot of people know, but there's this movie on Netflix called The Family.
Mhm.
It's about a rich family that is up in the upper echelons of the United States.
Mhm.
And they're all pastors and ministers or whatnot. And every year the United States has a prayer breakfast, a Christian prayer breakfast. No matter, there's supposed to be a separation between church and state.
Right.
So they're having a Christian prayer breakfast where they invite all the world leaders from around the world to come to the White House, have a dinner, off the books, no cameras, no phones, no nothing. And they just in there mingling. So with me, I'm thinking like, okay, so why don't they have a Muslim prayer breakfast? Why don't they have a Buddhist prayer breakfast? You know what I'm saying? And it's like they pay for these pastors to go throughout the world and spread Christianity.
That's right.
Off the books.
Brother in here, man. Go ahead, brother.
Salaki, the sister Dose said Christianity would tell us to work even harder,
Right.
to humble ourselves even more for America's sake.
Right.
Dang.
What they tell you, put your head down and be quiet.
Right.
That's what they tell you. Turn the other cheek. That's America, man. America rots us to sleep with Christianity, man.
Right.
And it take strong brothers and the ISUPK to go out on street corners and do what? Remove that medicine, man.
That's right.
Remove that drug from our people. No matter how much they fight, we try to wake them up, make them realize, like, yo, you've been rocked to sleep in this place, man. You're being rocked to sleep in this place, and it's time to wake up, man. Why? Because if you don't, you gonna die, man.
Right.
The house on fire and you still asleep. Like it. You got more on that, brother? The article?
Kind
Started unaware.
Unaware that she was pregnant, she died while harvesting grapes at a farm in temperatures near 100 degrees.
She died harvesting grapes at temperatures of near 100 degrees, man. 100 degrees, man. What happened to I know I was in Esau's military, right? They had the little card and it had colors.
That's right.
For the temperatures. And if it got to certain temperatures, you're supposed to do certain things.
That's right.
Right? What happened to that? Like they don't do that no more?
Right.
Like that's only for the people that's gonna go throughout the earth pushing Christianity. So it don't matter for the so-called essential workers out here busting it, you know what, to feed this stinking country.
Right.
They just sent them out in 104-degree weather, 100-degree weather, right? Salaki, go ahead.
And Salaki, I don't know, if a brother is familiar with a female being pregnant, they can't even hardly walk up steps.
Right.
Even if they're not really showing. This sister was over there picking
grapes
in the heat. That's what put her to death.
100-degree weather, man. Picking goddamn grapes. Something that could have waited till the evening.
Right.
But our oppressor so goddamn greedy that he wants you to pick grapes, corn, tomatoes, apples, oranges from sun up to sundown. A whole 12 hours, man. And the only thing he do is give you $5, some drinking water, and some shade, and you should be fine.
That's right.
That's the hell that we go through in this place, man. This is the numbness that Christianity has placed in blacks and Hispanics, man. So much so that this ain't even on the news, man. This ain't even being talked about on the news, man. Because blacks and Hispanics, we don't care about each other enough. And the only people that's gonna speak out about it is the ISUPK.
That's right.
That's why we talking about it. This is a little story that we never would even heard of.
Right. And so, like, we also talk about the brothers who go into the prison system.
Come.
They working for what, 8 cents a day, and those factories that making plates and engine parts, and they still got chain gang in places like Louisiana and Alabama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They out there and some of them probably doing stuff they have been in prison for, but they ain't even do it. Now you in the chain gang, and now you 8 cents a day. They don't talk about how many of them brothers lose their life in the prison system.
That's right.
That should be something to be looked at. They talk about if a brother gets sick in prison, they like, man, you better get well. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna get the medicine that you need while you're in there.
Damn. Good night. You say that, I'm thinking about the brothers out there. You know, out on life, they out there digging ditches in that heat.
Right.
That's the stuff that we go through, man. And nobody gives a damn. Everybody claim to love blacks and Hispanics, saying, I got black friends. I love black people. But nobody speaks up about things like this, man.
Right.
Nobody stops things like this. They want to stop the Chinese dog festival, but they don't want to stop our brothers and sisters out there in 104-degree weather.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Salakius, I was just gonna build off what he was talking about. All those brothers in there building they build tables and build all types of stuff that we use here in the States, but when they come out, they can't get a job.
Right.
That's right.
That's right.
Damn right. They can't. Jeez Louise, man.
So like if I'm not mistaken, the prison system make military uniforms too, if I'm not mistaken.
Come on.
Right.
They make the dye for the uniform and the boots and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn right. For what? 8 cents?
I think it's like two.
Whatever it is. There's something cheap. I know it's something real cheap. I wonder if they pay taxes on that. That's a lucky. They probably do. Yeah. Read on, brother.
Kind. 5 farm workers died that summer in California alone.
5 farm workers died that summer alone, man. 5. So we done got 815 deaths from 92 to 2017. We done got nearly 70,000 heat injuries, right? We got a 17-year-old brother who passed away out there, a pregnant sister who passed away, 5 more workers that passed away that same summer. What are we doing, man? Go ahead.
We out here dying to live, man. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's it. When they tell us that when they try to say, oh, y'all must like being at the bottom, get a job, all this and that. We have a job. It's a job just having brown skin and being God's chosen.
Right.
That's a job all in itself.
Right.
Especially when you got oppressors that hate you and try to find any and every way to kill you. Just staying alive a whole 24 hours as a Black or Hispanic man is a job. Knowing that if you leave your house, it's a chance you won't come back. But these people out here trying to make honest living, man, and still can't get out the death hands of Esau, man. Still can't beat the murder spirit of Esau, man. If you ask me, I feel like they should be charged with premeditated murder. Putting them out there in 104-degree weather, 100-degree weather, you planning on them to die, man.
Right.
That's what you want. And we out there dying by the boatload, bunker, y'all. We out there dying, man. And ain't nobody saying nothing about it. This is murder, man. Go ahead.
So, like, if I may, sir, what comes to mind is, the reason why they're not even acknowledged as being human beings.
Mhm.
You think about the slave codes that our ancestors endured, where it relegated that a slave was property and not a human being.
Right.
So they're using they're keeping that same energy from since before the Civil War.
Right.
And they're enacting that on, our Hispanic brothers and sisters that happen to be migrant field workers right now, today, in modern times.
Right.
So we got to look at those slave codes and those the black codes, that were enacted upon, our people in real bondage. It's a lot here.
No, that's heavy, because you're absolutely right, man. They don't view us as people. And what was it? Was it 3/5?
Right.
That's what we still on the books as. In their minds, that's what we still are, man. 3/5 of man. It don't matter. Go ahead.
And Salakia, I was about y'all was saying in modern times, 2021, the way that they get you to think about them in a different way is to say, what, you're a bunch of rapists. You MS-13.
Right.
Come in here to do crime and go back over the border.
Right.
That's just a way so that people don't even think about our people like they people worthy of respect or worthy to consider.
Right.
So they can do whatever they want to do to them.
That's right.
And don't have to answer for nothing, man.
That's right.
Hold themselves not guilty. Meanwhile, we out here dying and nobody taking the fall for it. We out here dying, man, and nobody is taking the fault. That's America.
Right.
America holds itself faultless when it comes to the lives of blacks and Hispanics that are lost, man.
That's right.
So, like it, brother. That was a real heavy point, man. Let me get the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, man. This is what we go through in this place, man.
Like, if I may.
Come on.
Y'all familiar with the term RIP? What does RIP mean? Go ahead.
Rest in peace, sir.
Why is it that you only gonna get peace when you die?
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Well said. You can't get no rest or peace when you living.
Mm.
You gotta wait till checkout time to say R.I.P.
Man.
Christianity. You gotta die to get to heaven. You gotta
Right.
die to even embrace any semblance of respite or peace from heaven. You know, it's a lot here.
No, that's it. Go ahead.
That's lucky. Then the same person that put you to death go where you going.
Right.
That's what's even heavy.
That's right. They supposed to just y'all supposed to both just go into heaven, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Ain't no punishment for nothing.
Right.
That's crazy, man. Rest in peace, huh? After you die, you'll spend your whole life working, but you get peace when you die. That's crazy, man. And I know for us, it like we work till we die because we don't get paid enough to even have a retirement.
That's right.
They don't give us they barely give us disability, Social Security, and even then they give it to you what so many years, and then they try to take it away, sending you back out to work. We don't get no peace in this place, man.
Right.
Rest in peace. Good night. Go ahead. Whoever got that scripture, we're gonna see why we out there dying in these fields, man.
The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Of who?
The wicked.
Who?
The wicked.
Our oppressor is what?
The wicked.
That's why we out here dying in these fields, man.
Right.
The earth. Notice it didn't say, like world, right? Because we know world could be many different things. It said the earth, man. Our oppressor ain't only just over America. Our oppressor's over the whole earth, man. And the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. He is the wicked. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man.
That's right.
He is the wicked man. The Most High is telling you that he's wicked and that he runs the earth. You mean to tell me, what we at about 71,000 people with injuries and deaths? As a total, we done read, we had probably like a total number of 71,000 from just this article. That many people, you mean to tell me that your oppressor ain't the wicked of the earth? This man is wicked, man. And let's not even add the long list of names of brothers and sisters that he done shot down in the street. On top of that, let's not add the brothers and sisters that they had on slave ships stacked like goddamn chickens on a trailer. That's what that reminds me of. Every time I think about slavery, I see them chickens stacked on them trailers, and the one on the bottom is catching all the sugar honey iced tea, Salaki, from the top. The chicken at the top, feces, all that coming straight down to the one at the bottom, and the one at the bottom just sitting in it, man. That's how they thought about us when they put us on them ships, man. That's what they thought of us. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. We was given to our enemies, man. We had yokes of iron. We got yokes of iron put on our neck, and we work until we're destroyed, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
If it ain't him, then who is it, man? If it ain't the man running the earth, who is it? If it ain't our oppressor, the man that put us on them cargo slave ships, the man that trapped our babies in cages on the border, the man that makes our sisters and brothers walk up and down fields in 104-degree weather, who is it if it's not him? Who is it if it ain't the one that said, bring me your poor? That promises life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Who is it if it ain't him? This Bible is written for blacks and Hispanics, man. It talks about blacks and Hispanics. I could care less about a goddamn Torah. The Torah ain't saving the lives of blacks and Hispanics. The Torah don't tell you what happens day in and day out with blacks and Hispanics. The Torah don't tell you that you were sold to your enemies as bond men and bond women. You understand? This one?
Just put it towards you. This way.
You understand? Like, if it ain't him, man, who is it, man? Who is it? Who is the wicked man if it's not him? Sister can't even work, man. 17-year-old brother can't even work, man. You got more on that, brother? The verse. All right, let's jump back over to this article, man. We're gonna try to wrap this joint up.
Currently, OSHA has no specific standards around working in high heat environments.
Well, would you look at that, some y'all? They ain't got no standards for it. You know why? Because they people not out there doing it. They know it's blacks and Hispanics out there doing it, so they don't have no standards for it. Because like Officer Bunkayar was saying, they don't consider us people, man. We not considered people. They know, oh, if one died, we'll just go get another one. They can dig these ditches in prison because if one died, guess what? By tomorrow, we'll have 3 more Negroes to replace this one. Blacks and Hispanics in America, man, are led to the goddamn execution block, and nobody stops it, man. Nobody stops it. Like, as soon as we born, we placed on a chop block, man. It's just a matter of time. Our oppressor hunts us, man. And nothing is put in line to protect the lives of us, man. Nobody speaks up. The Christian pastors don't give a damn, man. Our oppressor don't give a damn. Commander YAHANNA, the only one that Salaki. You know what I'm saying? Like Commander YAHANNA, the only one that speaks up for blacks and Hispanics, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Democrats in the House and Senate introduced legislation on March 26, 2021 to require OSHA to create and enforce standards to protect workers in extreme temperatures.
Right. And they probably only did this for their own political gain. Am I lying? They probably did it for their own political gain. These the same devils that got us out there, right? Mm-hmm. The same devils that get all the that gain all the benefits of us being out there, but now they want to say something. Read on, brother.
The Asuncion Viva Heat Illness and Fatality Prevention Act is named in honor. Salakia. Viva Heat Illness and Fatality Prevention Act is named in honor of Asuncion Valadiva, who died in 2004 after picking grapes for 10 hours straight in 105-degree temperatures.
There it go again, man. There it go again. Same conditions this brother just died under. Same conditions that pregnant sister died under. Here go another one, man. 10 hours straight. 10 hours, man. In 105-degree temperatures. What they said, some of y'all, they give us some shade. We straight, right?
Mhm.
They have access to water, clean water, breaks, and shade. They should be fine. 10 hours, man.
Mm.
Get a 2-minute, 5-minute break. Get complained at the whole time you on break. Go ahead.
His death was completely preventable.
How many times we done heard that? How many times we done heard his death, her death could have been prevented? Why? Salagi, I mean, how? How could it be prevented? Go ahead.
They could have did it later or when it cooled down.
That's right.
Mhm.
A child knows that.
That's right. Damn right.
They needed mental help. You understand? Maybe we could have talked to him instead of pulling our guns. Maybe we shouldn't police the neighborhood because we don't know the citizens. All these deaths, Breonna Taylor, all them deaths could have been prevented, man. I know we talking about the brother that died from the heat, but that ties to all our brothers and sisters that we lose, and the death could have been prevented, man. That ties to all of them. This brother don't stand alone. Go ahead, brother.
Many workers who labor outside, particularly agricultural workers and construction workers, are undocumented or otherwise vulnerable and precarious and may not know to report illnesses to OSHA.
There you go, Bunky. Oh, you said it. There you go. There you go. They don't give a damn. Go ahead, brother.
And Salaki, that sounds just like oppressor. What I mean is he'll write a law for everything else, but he don't write a law for it. It shouldn't matter if they undocumented or not. If they
Exactly.
work for you, you should pay them.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be in fear of none of that because they work for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's it. Salaki.
Exactly, man.
Mm.
And you
Salaki, what the brother is bringing out is so heavy. You know, a precept comes to mind, Zechariah 11:5. And it says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Right.
You know, they don't give a damn about Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. All they care about is that dollar at the end of the day.
That's right.
You know, and it says, and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. You don't hear no pastors coming out from the what was it, the Southern Baptist Leadership Council or whatever. You don't hear them speaking out against this brother. They don't give a damn about those migrant field workers that are suffering and dying in the fields for the food that we get on our plates.
Salaki for brothers and sisters who are most likely Christian.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Damn right.
Salaki, it just really just show you how much of a beast our oppressor is because he does the same thing to his military, whether he is the same nationality as him or if you the people of Israel. You'll go over there and fight his wars and you come back home and still be homeless.
That's right.
That's right. Damn. Damn right. But they say they got all this stuff set up in place for you, man. They talking about some they didn't know, they may not know to report the illness to OSHA. For what? Then like, you already got you came over here trying to seek a better life. You get over here and you work and what they gonna say? You never happy. You just never happy. I gave you a job, I pay you, you barely work. That's what they gonna say. Then once you go to OSHA, now everybody at risk because they probably gonna call in ICE, right?
Right.
They want you to put your head down, be quiet, and work. And soon as they done worked you damn near to death, they gonna kick you out the country, man. They knew you was undocumented when they hired you. They want to hold themselves, what it said, not guilty. That's why they want it done in secrecy. They know you undocumented. That they hire you so that they can pay you less. They hire you so that they can avoid all the laws and stuff that comes with you being one of their employees. Go ahead, brother.
Just like in Anosia Valdiva's case, many employers misclassify heat-related deaths and injuries.
They do this on purpose, man. They do this on purpose, man. They know that our brothers and sisters need jobs. They know that they'll do anything to feed their families, man. They know that. So they take advantage of that, man. They take advantage of that and put them at the bottom of the totem pole, man, and make them work for pennies for 10 hours picking grapes. And then when they die, it's just, oh, well, you know, it wasn't a heat. It wasn't the heat. You know, he got this many breaks. Try to misclassify it. Go ahead, brother.
And so, like, since we own this, I mean, everybody got a slave. You ever went and it's a bunch of Caucasians at the slave? If a ladder is out of place, OSHA make sure that it ain't there because it's a hazard.
Right.
But you mean to tell me they can't come to this job site to make sure everything that they said is supposed to be there? That
Right.
There?
So like not only OSHA, you got also the safety managers that are there.
That's right.
That's right. Good night, man. This is what we go through when we try to join ourselves to America, man.
Right.
What we go through when we seek out a better life that don't include the Most High or us coming together, man.
That's right.
That was it on that. Let me get what we at? What was that? Job 9:24. Earth given to the hands of the wicked. Let me get Genesis chapter 4 and verse 9. It's only one way to serve the Most High, man. Like you can't think that there's multiple ways to serve God, man. You can't. You cannot, man. Because if you thinking that it's more than one way to serve the Most High, you're gonna die, man. If you think you can join yourself to America to serve the Most High, you're gonna die, man. You got you can't the scriptures say you can't serve two masters, man. You can't try and join yourself to America and try and serve the Most High. America thinks that it's a God, man. Our oppressors think that they God.
Right.
So if you're trying to join yourself to them, you're trying to join yourself to that image that they call God, versus what the scripture says is the true image of God, man. You got that, brother?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 9. And the Most High said unto Cain, where is Abel, thy brother? And he said,
so like it. Not goodness gracious. Not 9. Let's see. 7. My bad. So like it.
Verse 7. If thou doest well,
right,
shalt thou not be accepted?
Right. If we do well, man, won't we be accepted? If we as a people do good, won't we be accepted?
Right.
Like, when the Most High free us from our captivity, if we decide to do good,
That's right.
Right.
if we decided to do the deed in the will of the Father, won't we get accepted? Go ahead.
I'm agreeing with you saying, but I think our people is just so misguided that they think doing good is what the oppressor is saying.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're getting destroyed as a people. Not just our oppressor, our leaders.
Right.
That's why they said against his language. Our leaders is misguiding us and telling us this is what God wants us to do.
Right. Most High in Christ.
Work hard in them fields and die.
See you. Brother, you see that? Most High in Christ. So at some point though, if we seeing that what we doing ain't working, then what? If we know that we got specific rules, right? To not eat 4 hours after we get our teeth worked on because our mouth numb and we go and do it, right? Are we gonna do it again the next time? If we know that it didn't work out right the first time? Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we see, and I agree totally with what you're saying. We see that the ways of America is failing blacks and Hispanics. We see that the Christian church is failing blacks and Hispanics. We see this stuff. We just too scared as a people to stand up to it. But we see it. That's why Commander Junior YAHANNA can do Black Watch and read letters of people that see us out there on them streets.
Right.
Because we know what's wrong. Like we such a separated people, man. You ever tried to do something your conscience just would not let you do it? Like, you think a sister go up and down that pole not knowing that it's wrong? Salagi, you don't think the first time that she do that, man, you don't think she feels some type of way? That's why they move all slow. Like they be shaking. What do they say? Tighten up. You shake it like a stripper.
Right.
They know, man. Salagi. Salagi. But you know that first time you do something, man, that first time you roll that goddamn J up. Soon as you light it, like you feel it. It's something inside you that tell you, man, I shouldn't be doing this, man.
Right.
So we know that in order to get accepted, man, we have to do good. We see that our pastors are lying to us, man. Go ahead.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Sin lies at the door when we listen to these pastors, man.
That's right.
Death lies at the door when we listen to these pastors, man. We try to join America. Sin is waiting, man. As soon as you step foot outside trying to join America, what happens? You die. You get locked up, thrown in a cage. They throw you in a field with no standards of working to death in heat. That's what happens, man. Read on.
And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Man, once we fall into that hole, man, and sin become our God, it's a hard thing trying to get out of it. It's a hard thing, man. Like, you ever seen people that do crack and stuff like that? They'll do anything to get that. That's their God. Crack becomes their God. So they'll do anything to please to get that rock, to please that feeling or that demon. You have to do good, man. Because once you step off on the wrong end, it's hard to get back, man. That's why we read that scripture last night. You know, your right eye offends you, pluck it out.
Right.
It's better for you to go into the kingdom with one eye limping, dragging yourself by your arms, man, than to go in as a sinner, man. Because you ain't gonna make it in as a sinner. Once you start sinning, man, and that sin becomes your God, it's hard to get away from that. That's why it's so hard for Christians to come into school. Cause Nimrod is their God. They own God. That's why they celebrate their birthdays.
That's right.
That's why we always tell y'all brothers, y'all brothers are special, man.
That's right.
It takes a lot for somebody to come into this class, man. and to sit in his class and be told no. Imagine telling another grown man to forget everything he knows about the scripture, to forget everything he's been taught, and listen to somebody probably younger than you teach you the way. That takes a lot, man. But you have to be willing to do right, man. You have to be willing to try and get this thing right. And know that sin lies at the door, man. Salakia. Drop that. Let me get Ephesians 4:4, man. So you can't, we as a people, man, we have to realize that we can't just do things our way, man. Right? You got that?
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 4.
Hang on, let the other brothers get there. To what I think? Go ahead.
There is one body.
Uh-huh.
And one spirit.
Uh-huh.
Even as ye are called in one hope of your calling.
Go ahead.
One Lord.
Mm-hmm.
One faith.
Uh-huh.
One baptism.
Right.
One God.
Go ahead.
And Father of us, Slakia, of all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all.
Notice everything said one, man. One vibe, man. It's one spirit, man. It's one body. It's one God. It's one saying. It's one teaching. Everything is one, man.
Right.
God is not the author of confusion, man. That right there tells you that you can't follow everything, man. It's one, man. One way to be good, man. One way to do good, man. One way to be accepted, man. You can't take many roads. What we talked about, outside, we gotta take that old path, man. That old path, that path that is nothing wrong with it. Maybe you have to beat the bushes back a little bit, move a limb, right? We too busy trying to take all these new routes, all these shortcuts, and we see that it ain't working, man.
That's right.
Christianity is not working for us. Right. It's only one way to serve the Most High, man. You got more on that?
No, sir.
All right. Drop that and let me get verse 14. So like it. Let's jump down to 14.
Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro.
We cannot be tossed to and fro no more, man. We cannot jump from Christianity to Islam. We can't keep falling for the same things, man. America cannot just throw us all around and we just accept it. It's one way to do this, man. It's one way into the kingdom, man. You have to do the thing that's right, man. The thing that the Most High told us to do, not what America said, man. You can't get into God's kingdom trying to do what your oppressor tells you is right. Read on.
And carried about with every wind of doctrine.
Everything that come up, we just follow it. We just blown in the wind, man. That's why we so lost and defeated out here, man. We just tie ourselves to anything. What that sound like? Wait. It's a lot. That's a people who's been beat down, man. That's a people who don't know who they are as a people, man. That's a people that don't know the power that they should be serving. That's the people that fell for that send me your poor. We just go with anything, man. We don't stand up and fight nothing. We don't stand up and speak about our brothers and sisters dying out in that field. We just go with it. We can't listen to what our Christian pastors tell us, man. We can't listen to what America tells us, man. America taught us, what it say, 2 and 4? America taught us to any and every doctrine that'll keep us asleep. Read on, brother.
By the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Go ahead, brother.
I wanted to get the definition for that word slate.
Oh, go ahead.
It says Merriam-Webster's dictionary, slate, it's a noun, deceitful craftiness, stratagem, dexterity, and skill.
Good night, man. My brother read earlier, they're confederate against thee, man.
That's right.
Taking crafty counsel. Like these ain't people that you just gonna wake up and be like, oh well, I see what they doing. Not until you get in here. You won't see it until you get in here. Like they doing this stuff in secrecy, man. Go ahead, brother. My bad. Salaki.
No, Salaki, I was gonna ask. I was like, isn't that how they describe Esau? Isn't that how you describe a hunter?
Right, cunning.
Right.
Low down. Just set all type of traps. Anything to catch his what the name? His game. Right? Go ahead.
And Salaki is saying that these crafty men are bringing the doctrine to you. So
that's right.
That Christianity, all that all the different denominations of Christianity, that's just another form of doctrine to keep you from what you really supposed to be.
Right.
Knowing that you Israel.
And that right there tells you why they'll have that Christian dinner with no cameras, no nothing.
That's right.
That's why they'll have that. Because everything is meant to keep us from joining together in unison, man. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that is. Keeping us from coming together, man. They know for us to get out of this, we have to be together, man.
Right.
You understand? It's not an individual that's gonna just get us out of this oppression that we in, this enslavement, man. It's not one individual that's gonna do that, right? Because we judge as a nation. So if we got one brother smoking weed, man, then we all smoking.
Right.
That's why here, like you have to have character when you come in here, man. You have to be able to hold true to that, to your officership, man. You have to be able to know, like, I took some oil on my head or I put on all black. You got to stand true to that. You have to, man. Because when nobody's around, somebody's around.
Right.
You might think no, ain't nobody looking, but guess what? Eyes of the Lord are everywhere, man. So if somebody sees you doing it, all of us doing it.
Right.
I don't want to join myself to somebody that has a problem with strip clubs. When I know I'm fighting day in and day out, my brother's fighting day in and day out to stay away from that and to bring people out of that. You make us look like hypocrites if you walk in the doors as we bringing people out the doors. Go ahead, brother.
So I was gonna say, like the brother with the walls of Jericho. Touch that curse thing.
Walls of come. Lucky, I lost for a second. You said Jericho. It's a TV show. My bad. My bad. Brain went all the way left. My bad. Salaki. Salaki, brother. Dog. Let me get Philippians 2:2, man. We'll probably have to. Oh, so like, let me first. I'm gonna jump to 2 Peter's 1:20, man. 2 Peter's. You can hold that though. We're gonna go there next.
It's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 20. knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation.
Right. Like, ain't nothing private about this, man. Ain't nothing, ain't like, we can't hide the stuff that we taught that, about Commander and YAHANNA. It ain't nothing private. Like, we ain't reading from a secret book or nothing. We all got a King James, the same Bible that you find in your grandma's house. We read from that same Bible that you blow that dust off of. You got a cough. You know what I'm saying? That same Bible that everybody done flick cigarette ashes on and everything. Side the ashtray on it, all of it. It's the same Bible, man. It ain't no secret book. You understand? The breakdowns ain't a secret. You just have to be taught by the men of the Lord, man.
That's right.
That's all. You have to be taught by the men. Go ahead, brother.
Salaki, I was going to say, just think about how hard it is just coming in as a trooper when you find out the truth for this book. And
right.
Think about, like, even back in slavery when a brother Nat Turner found out the truth of his book. How you live in slavery being ruled like that and you find out the truth of this book and you can't hold it. It's that strong, you can't hold it in. But you got to go around and revolt and use that as a reason why you revolt and go kill and go cause war with your brothers and try to join nations together.
Right. It ain't no secret, man. Like, for him to find out, like, that wasn't no secret. You just, Salaki, you just have to put yourself in perspective. Like, look at it through the perspective of blacks and Hispanics. You know how we talk. You know how we treat it. Just put yourself in the book. That's all we had to do. Put ourselves in the book and realize we the ones being talked about.
That's right.
This is the way we talk. These are the things that's happening to us. It ain't no secret, man. The first thing we had to realize was we were these people. The second thing we had to do was sit down in all black and learn from somebody that was authorized to teach. You got more on that? Read on. Verse 21.
Verse 21.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 21. For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of God spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost.
Right. Like these ain't just words that oppressor wrote in a book and just was like, oh, it could be taken anywhere. Like any type, you can take it any way you want to. No, man. These words came from the Most High. These words hold value. They can't just be misinterpreted, man. It's only one way to look at this. One way, man. You understand? Like, you can't take these words and twist it out of context, like our Christian pastors try to do.
Right.
Oh, well, you know, how they try to say, well, you know, world can mean many things. You know, world can mean the whole earth. That's a lie. You can't take God's word and try to make it seem like it's just the word of man that you can manipulate and twist any kind of way you want to.
That's right.
Because God is talking to one specific people and he's saying one specific thing. You understand? And this word was given to a specific people by chosen people, man.
Right.
The Most High didn't just pick anybody to get these words to. He chose his prophets and he gave these words to them, man, to speak for him. And so, like, let me get back to Philippians. And like, you can't take that and just throw it in whichever way that you want to, man. So, like, verse 2. Chapter 2, verse 2, Philippians, chapter 2, verse 2.
Concept.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 2. Fulfill ye my joy,
Uh-huh.
that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord,
right,
and one mind.
There it go again, man. It's only one way to serve the Most High. And it goes right back to what we brought out earlier with Zephaniah 2:1. We have to be together, man. That's the only way we can serve the Most High. That's the only way we get out of this captivity, man. We have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and serve the Most High as one. Right? Like we can't be thrown through different beliefs. We can't just be going wherever the wind takes us. The wind blow all type of directions. You can't just, well, one day I'm gonna be Christian because the wind blowing this way. Next day I'm gonna be Islam, the wind blowing that way. You're gonna be carried to and fro, man. We have to stop allowing America to take us to and fro, man. And be of one mind and one spirit, man. With that, pass the class to Precinct Officer Bonke.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund is free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation is the memorial blowing of trumpets, according to the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 and 25. It's the first day of the 7th month. It is a Holy Convocation. It's Monday, September the 6th. If anyone wants to be